Well, hello and good day. At this point, let's watch the concluding statement of Ilu. So last time nagkaroon sila ng discussion with Brother Thinker Tank PH. And it sounds like yung mga arguments ni Ilu ay bumagsak terribly. But maybe, gagawin natin ito ng hiwalay na video. At tignan natin kung meron ba siyang na-debug sa arguments ni Thinker Tank. So for the meantime, let's start it. Alright. So, tingnan natin yung kanyang arguments. Let's go. Medyo lakasan lang natin.
Begin. Yeah. Okay, so unang-una, gusto kong pasalamatan yung mga nagbigay ng gift sa akin. Shoutout sa inyo.
Okay. So what kung maraming nagbibigay ng gift sa'yo? Sikat ka na dyan pagdating sa ganyan, pero yung argument mo, puro palpak. Paano? Malalaman.
Ang hindi ko nabanggit, guys, I'm really thankful for sending, na nag-send kayo ng gift sa akin. So, balik tayo sa argument ko why the Christian God cannot exist.
Tingnan natin. If you still remember the three main points that I presented, first, cosmological argument. Second, the historicity and reliability of the Bible. Lastly, the resurrection of Jesus. Nag-debunk nga ba talaga ni Ilu? O sa mga followers niya na magsasabi, mag-move on ka na, talunan ka, whatever. Aba mag-aral-aral din, magbasa-basa rin. Basa-basa rin ng libro. Magbasta maniwala sa sinasabi ng kung sino man. Not even myself as well. Magsaliksik. Tingnan natin kung na-debunk ba niya.
Again, the universe is eternal. As I have demonstrated, wala tayong scientific theory na may beginning ang universe.
How does he know na wala raw argument for the beginning of the universe? Big Bang. Isa na yon. Mismong si Stephen Hawking umamin pa nga na ang universe at ang time may simula. Ang ginagawa ng taong ito, he's not even thinking about re-examining the sources that I gave to this guy. At saka isa pa, nasa kanya pa ng burden of proof. Anyway, mamaya discuss natin.
Lang, bagsak na yung kalam.
How does he know na bagsak ang kalam? Na yung iba doon ay base lamang sa misunderstanding niya sa kalam cosmological argument. Remember, everything that has a beginning has a cause. Siguro ina-assume niya, everything has a beginning. I don't know for sure. Pero really?
Ng kalam, sa mga fanatic ng kalam dyan, like sa comment section, paano nyo i-explain yung causality? Ang nature ng kalam kasi causality, cause and effect implies time. Kung sabihin mo, well, God is the cause, then definitely yung God na yon dapat within time siya.
Dito na misinterpret ng taong ito na nagmamarunong kung ano po ang argument for the beginning of the universe. Teka, turuan natin siya ha. Ano po yung argument po dito? Everything that had a beginning had a beginner, had a cause. The universe had a beginning. Therefore, the universe had a beginner or a causer. At saka, by the way, everything that had a beginning had a beginner. Ayan na po yung law of causality. Ewan ko lang kung alam niya talaga, pirmi kung ano talaga yung meaning nito. Nang yung law na yan ay nagsasabing, anything that had a beginning was caused by something outside of itself. At isa pa, yung prinsipyong yan ay foundational. Na kahit mismong si David Hume na isang skeptic, sabi niya, I never asserted so absurd a proposition as that anything might arise without a cause. Kumbaga, dito pa lamang sa laws of nature, andito na eh. Merong gumawa, merong nag-imbento. So, paano niya nasasabi na hindi pwedeng ma-apply yun sa universe? At bukod dito, the law of causality proves our first point, everything that had a beginning, had a cause, had a beginner, a creator. Bakit hindi niya yata napapansin yung tungkol sa second law of thermodynamics, na kung saan sinasabi na ang universe is running out of usable energy, na tila baga nagpapatunay na may simulang universe. Bukod dyan, yung Big Bang. The universe is expanding as it would if it were the result of a gigantic explosion that happened at the beginning of the universe. That is, the universe is expanding from a point of beginning. So, don't tell me, Ilu, na wala raw ganong pag-aaral o theory na may kinalaman dun sa beginning of the universe na sinasabi mo. Nasa iyo pa rin ang masasabi nating burden of proof para patunayan yung claim yung patunayan mo yung oscillating universe theory na yan. Kasi tingnan mo yung magiging problema dyan. Una, lack of empirical evidence. Bakit? There is currently no empirical evidence supporting the cyclical universe model. Observations such as the cosmic microwave background radiation and the accelerating expansion of the universe are often interpreted in favor of a single Big Bang event. Paano naman thermodynamics? The increase in entropy with each cycle poses a significant change or challenge, Kung ang entropy ay nag-increase with each cycle, the universe would not look the same after many cycles, contradicting the notion of a truly repetitive cycle. And lastly, speculative nature. Some form of cyclical model, particularly those involving higher dimensions or exotic physics like brain collisions, remain highly speculative and are not grounded in widely accepted scientific theories. Ay nako, Vox ba? Ay, mali ako. Sorry. Ilu. Huwag po mag-ilusyon. We have good reasons para mapatunayan na meron talagang beginning ang universe. Philosophically, scientifically, na siyang nagpapatunay sa sinasabi ng Biblia na in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. Continue.
Pero timeless yung Christian God. So dun pa lang, wasak na ang kalam. Anyway, at
Really? Did you ever remember how Brother Thinker Tang PH debunked your claims? And now, you're saying that you are allegedly undefeated? Alam mo, walang masama na aminin mo na hindi mo pa alam ito o hindi mo pa gaano napapag-aralan. Like what I have done in our discussion. But since you are blinded by your own presupposition, this is what you're doing. Talaga bang napag-aralan mo yung mga data or evidence, so to speak? You claim that you know what we believe. But even though in fact you don't. You don't. Na mali pa nga yung iba pa sa mga claims mo. As if you think ng contradictions ay may kinalaman doon sa keme ganito. But you even don't know what we Christians believe. Doon pa lang sa issue ng kalam cosmological argument, talaga bang na-debunk mo? O sadya lang talaga na nandun ka lamang sa mismong box kung saan dun ka lamang nag-assume? You're not really debunking cosmological argument at all. You're just making assumptions. Remember the topic. Does the Christian God exist? Pero ang problema, puro negation, puro red herring pa nga ginawa mo. Kahit hindi ko naman na-insert yung argument from design. Paano yan, Ilu? Alam na namin yung karakas ng iyong mga taktika pagdating sa discussions. Maybe, dun sa mo kay You Will Day o kay Eddie Boy na inyong kabaro, tingnan natin kung paano niya so-called disprove ang resurrection since ayaw mo eh. Why? Is it because alam na namin mga Kristiyano kung anong klaseng argument na ipepresenta mo? That's why you don't want to discuss with me at all? Walang masama na aminin na mayroon tayong mga bagay o mga kaalaman na hindi natin alam. Pero kung magpapanggap na nanalo ka or whatever, without even analyzing every single argument, intellectually dishonest ka na. let's go to the part 2. Well, at this point, review ulit tayo. So, conclusion naman yung ating kay Ilu. Tingnan natin. Let's go.
Yung design argument, paano na-reconcile ni Sir Ruel na design to, knowing na sa worldview ni Sir Ruel, wala namang hindi design. Yung mga man-made object, yung mga natural things, lahat yan ay design.
Alam mo kung anong na-miss ni Ilu? Yung ginagawa ng mga tao na mga gamit dyan, yung mga nag-invento dyan or whatever, it does not even disprove my case. Actually, it even proved my case that because humans were created in God's image, kung paano nire-reflect, ito yung time na nire-reflect ng tao kung ano yung character ng Diyos na siyang originator ng lahat. So, paano mo sinasabing walang design? Hindi porke poorly design, ibig sabihin, wala na. Alam mo, Ilu, simple lang naman ang point dyan. When we are talking about the teleological argument or the argument from design, ang aming pinupunto ay ang katotohanan na ang universe ay fine-tuned to support the human life on earth. At pangalawa, dahil meron po tayong mga patunay na talagang ang earth is a Goldilocks zone or whatsoever, na nasa right star, na yung Jupiter, yung siyang nagsasak ng mga asteroids dyan. And whatever it is, it only points out na meron talagang nag-design. May kani-kanyang purpose, so to speak. May kani-kanyang information or message na makikita natin. Na every complex design has a designer. So, yung sinasabi mo, hindi naman design yan, whatever. Among the nearly countless things people design are homes, buildings, bridges, factories, cars, engines, planes, watches, computers, cameras, painting, sculpture, and clothes. All of these need someone who plans them out, whether an architect, a painter, an engineer, or other. Katunayan, though certainly some designs work better than others, everything people make is designed. Anong punto natin? Everything that's complex, conveys information, and has a purpose is designed. Itong gustong itanong sa iyo, Ilu, kung tamang atheism, paano natin masasabi na para saan tong katawan na meron ang isang tao? Para saan yung kagubatan, yung earth, yung space, you name it? Also, the universe is filled with evidence of complex design. Ano una? Cells. Dati, ang pinaniniwalaan, yung cell ay simple lamang. Pero yun pala, bandang huli, complex pala. Ito pa. DNA. Order only or information. Mismo si James Watson at Francis Crick, na-discover nilang DNA. At doon nila nakita yung pagkakaroon na yung dalawang punto. DNA certainly meets our first two tests. What are those? Highly complex, contains detailed information, na parang libro, so to speak. So, paano mo nasabi walang design? Also, does it have a purpose? Diyan ang papasok. Kumbaga, yan, dahil ba mayroong sira dyan or whatever, ibig sabihin, nagpapatunay na walang kwenta ang argument from design? O baka na misinterpret mo lamang ang argument from design? How about the beginning of the universe was designed for life? The laws of the universe are suited for life. And by the way, Stephen Hawking, sabi niya, the remarkable fact is that these laws, tinutukoy yung laws of nature, sa astronomy, you name it, seem to have been very finely adjusted to make possible the development of life. At siya nga pala, yung famous atheist ng 20th century na si Anthony Flew, dahil sa fine-tuning of the universe, nakumbinsi siya na there is some type of deity na lumikha at nag-design sa universe. So, don't tell me na debunk down yon or whatever. Our galaxy is suited for life. Our location in our galaxy, our sun, at iba pa, na siyang nagpapatunay na merong nagdisenyo. Ngayon, na-insert mo yung tungkol sa appendix and the others without even realizing na meron palang design. May kinalaman sa appendix. Oh, paano natin nasabi? Tignan nyo ha. Tingnan natin dito. Babasahin ko mismo mula sa The Scientist Digest. The Scientist Digest. September 2024 issue 1 to. Baka sabihin, ay, hindi mo alam ng science or whatever. Bakit? Porque ba nakafocus ako sa biblical view, ibig sabihin wala, I have no right to study science. Okay. Tingnan nyo. Listen to this, my friends. Listen to this. Even you, Ilo, who assumed na wala raw purpose ang appendix or whatsoever. You see? Tingnan nyo. Let me read this one. Charles Darwin hypothesized that the appendix was an evolutionary relic left over from humanity's distant ancestors, shifting from leaf-based to fruit-based diets. Na siyang argument ni Ilo noon sa discussion namin. Pero sabi ni Ethan Wine, na gastroenterologist ng University of Alberta, sabi niya, but I don't think the answer is that simple. Paano? Sabi niya, tingnan ha, pakinggan nyo yung kanyang sinasabi. One hypothesis, said Wine, is that the appendix functions as a safe house for beneficial microbes. Sabi niya kasi, the appendix is a blind-ended organ where microbes could escape different insults to the gut physiology, such as infection or antibiotics or toxins. He said, if some of these beneficial species get wiped out, survivors in the appendix could replace them, rebalancing the gut microbiome. At sabi ni Ethan White, by the way, I'm quoting a certain expert here na dapat basahin mo. Sabi niya, the safe house hypothesis is not all that well studied. It's certainly plausible and somewhat supported. The appendix also contains a large amount of gut-associated lymphoid tissue populated with various types of T and B cells as well as germinal centers. This has led researchers to hypothesize that it may function as an immune cell priming site. Yet people who have undergone appendectomies are often perfectly healthy. Well, sabi naman niya, to me, this indicates that maybe the importance is more in early life. Immune development is a lifelong process, but the first few years of life, those are the critical times of immune education. Sabi niya, since most appendectomies are performed between ages 10 and 30, one speculates that by the time it is removed, the appendix may have already served its most important function. So, wala nga bang purpose kung bakit may appendix? O baka nag-assume lang dahil hindi yata siya updated sa mga ganitong studies. Kasi sabi niya sa akin noon, dapat mag-update ka para hindi ka mapag-iwanan. Then how about the appendix? How about the immune system? Hindi porke na walang immune system ng isang tao, ibig sabihin hindi po perfectly designed. Hindi po yung argument from design or teleological argument. O baka na-misinterpret na naman ito ni Ilo. At sa Ilo, kung nakikinig ka man, pati yung mga followers mong makukulit, pag-aral-aral din, basa-basa rin. Hindi yung kung saan ka namumulot. We are not done yet here. Tingnan natin pa yung sinasabi ni Ilo sa kanyang concluding statement. Fire.
So it's like comparing white and white and then claiming black does not exist. Something like that. So, hindi siya nag-comment doon.
Siyempre, hindi ko naman sinali doon sa mismong opening statement ko. Ang point ko lang, cosmological argument. Ano pa? Historicity of the Bible. And lastly, the resurrection of Jesus. Ba't siya napunta sa teleological argument from design? Hindi ko naman ito nilatag. Red herring ka.
At the same time, again, yung flaw sa design, right? It's not intelligent. It's not intelligent for the Christian God to give us an organ, namely the appendix, na alam naman natin na resulta ng pagkamatay ng libo-libong katao every year.
Panoorin mo yung ginawa kong video concerning appendix, Ilo. Mag-update ka naman din. Kasi ikaw yatang napag-iwanan eh. And point 2. So, kung gagamitin ko yung kanyang argument, nasira ko yung, halimbawa, yung kotse ay mayroong kalawang, ibig bang sabihin, hindi po nag-exist yung gumawa ng kotse. O halimbawa yung cellphone na ginagamit ko may problema sa iba pang mga apps, ibig sabihin, hindi ito ginawa ng techno. Ang babaw ng logic mo, Ilo.
So, paano siya magiging intelligent design? Yung mga defect natin sa katawan, yung
Defect sa katawan, ibig sabihin walang Diyos? Are you sure?
flaws na nakikita natin sa nature, sa mga animals, yan ay produkto ng evolusyon. At
Even if evolution is true, it does not even disprove the existence of God. So the problem is in your hands, Ilu. Nasa yung burden of proof. You're not really disproving the existence of God. Concerning sa yung mga yung halimbawa sa appendix o kaya sa immune system, why are you blaming God for that? Alam mo kasi, Mr. Illusion, okay? What you have done in the said discussion is this. You're just blaming God. You're not disproving the existence of God. Nag-assume, poorly designed to. Baka kasi ang problema dyan, you even don't realize na yung katotohanan, yung immune system ng tao, may pagkakataon talaga na nanghihina, hindi dahil sa kasalanan ng Diyos, kundi what? Kagagawan nating mga tao. Bakit? Isipin nyo. Ang tao, kumakain ng mga bawal na pagkain, inom ng mga bawal na inumin, meron siyang masasamang bisyo, ano mangyayari? Manghina yung immune system, tapos you're blaming God for that? As if this is an evidence that God does not exist? Think about it. Think about it, Ilu. Think about it. And then, by the way, you're not really debunking any of my arguments there. Nag-argue ka sa isang argument na hindi ko naman present. Yikes.
yan produkto ng intelligent design.
Not so much. Assignment ko sa'yo, Ilu. Hanapin mo yung mga books ni Stephen Meyer. Euros. Sino pa? Fazalerana. Yung mga yan. I-recommend ako yung mga libro nila sa'yo. And then think about that. Hindi yung nagmamarunong ka tapos pinagsasama mo yung iba pang mga beliefs para na siyang kumokonect ka sa yung pagiging mystic atheist na may problema.
Talagang all-powerful, all-intelligent Christian God na hindi bounded ng laws of nature, forces such as gravity, distance ng Earth sa Sun, would not be a problem for Him.
Time out. Bagamat totoo nga yung claim mo, pero mayroon ako nakitang malaking flaw diyan. Who are you to dictate God? Ang trabaho mo, i-disprove mo ang existence niya. Hindi yung nagde-demand ka. Alam mo kasi, Ilu, itong problema din sa iyong argumento. Bukod sa maraming red herring, may mga flaws pa na hindi mo napapansin. You continually discrediting Christianity by means of what? Misrepresenting what Christianity really teaches. At bukod dito sa sinasabi, hindi problema sa Diyos kung gagawin ngayon o whatever. Pero, wait lang. I have a question to ask, no? Ilu, listen to this, no? Pakinggan mo sana kung may pandinig ka. Yamang sinabi mo rin na hindi problema sa Panginoong Diyos na gumawa ng himala. Kasi ganito, kasi ganyan. At kung ano pa. Teka lang. Quick question lang. Quick question lang. No? Quick question lang sa'yo. Sa Christian point of view, hindi sa point mo na maraming butas. Merong purpose kung bakit isinasagawa ng Diyos yung kanyang himala. The Christians believe in the omnipotent and omniscient God who created the universe with an orderliness and with purposes. May purpose siya eh. Siyempre, okay, fine. God can, of course, change these laws, yung laws of nature ba? Diba? But if He does, He may contradict the consistent nature and purpose He established for creation. God's actions are believed to be purposeful and consistent with His character. So, kaya nga sinabi ko na, who are you to command God concerning to the miracles? Sabi nga ng Panginoong Hesus sa mga Pariseo na nagdedema ng miracle, a wicked and adulterous people. Yikes! Bukod dyan, while God can create life to exist at extreme environments, Christian theology, not your assumption, states that usually God works within the natural order He has created, but with the exceptional occurrence of miracles. Miracles are therefore conceived as the violation of such laws, but only under very special conditions whenever certain objectives must be met, such as to manifest the power of God, His mercy, or intentions concerning the world. So, yung sinasabi mo na, yung sinasabi mo na joke time ba nga na, if God is all-powerful, keme not bound by the laws of nature, forces of nature such as gravity, stance of earth and sun will not be problem for Him. He could easily alter the laws of nature and make life exist in the corona of the sun. Yung problema, ano bang purpose? Anong layunin? Yan ang gusto kong malaman. Also, God can also be perceived as a rational being who created a rational universe. Pero sa iyong worldview, walang tinatawag na rationality. By the way, the physical laws of nature display an intelligible order manifesting God's mind. And then, the Christians can further present the argument that though God is capable of creating life anywhere, katulad ng corona ng araw, doing so may run contrary to His rational nature. As such a feat, F-E-A-T, would appear irrational or even useless from the human perspective. And then, by the way, sabi ng Diyos for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways. Kaya sabi ko nga, sino ka ba para mag-demand ka ng ganyan? Kaya, at the end, bagamat ang mga Kristiyano, ina-affirm natin na God is able to do anything whatsoever, including change the laws of nature, that we equally believe He acts in a manner consonant with His character, purpose, and revealed will. The origin of life on earth, including all conditions and natural laws, is held to be the reflection of God's intentional design, wisdom, and love, rather than an arbitrary display of power. In short, hindi po ginagawa ng Diyos yung himalang yan for entertainment. If that is the case that you want to present it to us illusion, then what on earth are you talking about there? Ay, closing statement pero puro bulok ang statements. Continue.
Kayang-kaya niyang i-alter yung laws of nature and make life exist even sa center ng sun.
As I pointed out, even if God can do that, ano yung purpose niya? Yan ang gusto malaman, Ilo, kung sakaling ganun. Still, you don't disprove the existence of the Christian God at all. You can watch that in my last video.
Pero the fact na life can only exist if the universe operates this way through naturalistic processes,
which is just a simple, joking assumption,
entirely disproving the idea of an intelligent Christian God.
which is not. As I pointed out, may rason kung bakit dito tayo sa earth. What this guy has done here is to misrepresent the argument from design. This is how he did. Red herring. Hindi ko naman nilatag. Naku, Ilo.
At saka yung Bible, ang Bible ang hindi reliable.
How does he know that?
As I presented, may mga contradiction sa Bible.
What does he mean by the word contradictory? Sayang nga, hindi ko na ipanunto sa taong to na nag-claim na he is undefeated.
Anonymous ang mga nagsulat ng Bible.
Anonymous, how did you know that? Even though, kahit yung mga early church fathers, like Papias, sino pa? Eusebius, Justin Martyr, Irenaeus, sino pa? Tertullian, yung mga yon, yung mga early church fathers na yan, nire-recognize nila na Matthew, Mark, Luke, John wrote the gospel accounts na naka-attribute sa kanilang pangalan. So, malaki po ang problema sa claim mo uli. By the way, ang dami ko na pong narinig na paulit-ulit na ganyan eh.
I think only 7 letters ni Paul yung associated kay Paul.
Where's that evidence? Let me know. Nasaan?
Right? So, heavily, entirely anonymous ang mga manuscripts ng Old Testament at New Testament.
Really? Sure ka? Excuse me, meron po tayong Dead Sea Scrolls, meron tayong Muratorian Canon, meron tayong mga manuscripts doon, mga early manuscripts na nagpapatunay na they wrote those books. Assuming ka masyado. Asan ang evidence mo? Bart Ehrman? Really?
To even trust it, you know. So, in conclusion,
Grabe, nakikita ko yung mga comments. Ang galing talaga ni Ilo. Galing-galing talaga. Sa mga followers niya, gumagamit po ba tayo ng brain? Gumagamit po ba tayo ng kaalaman? Gumagamit po ba tayo ng kaisipan? Books. Ayan. Meron pa ako diyan. Huwag po kayo maniwala sa sinasabi ng taong yan. Okay, fine. Marami siyang followers, unlike me. Okay, marami siyang gifts, kumbaga, doon sa nagiging discussion namin. Pero, wait lang. Hindi porke marami siyang tagasunod, ibig sabihin totoo. Remember that. At isa pa, yung sasabi niya marami daw contradictions sa Bible, una, hindi yata niya alam yung tungkol sa ancient biographical structure ng gospel accounts. At saka pangalawa, nabasa ba niya talaga ang kabuuan ng Biblia from Genesis to Revelation? Tingnan natin ang kanyang conclusion.
have presented enough counter-arguments, ulitin ko yung sinabi ko kanina, to show that the existence of Christian God is not reasonable.
How does he know? Paano ko maniniwala sa kanyang claim na yan bilang reasonable if his view, if his atheistic worldview is true? Kasi if atheism is true, humans were just moist robots who only reacts. So paano ko makapagtiwala dun? How can I trust that if mind is also a brain? Next.
The Christian God is already dead, rotten, and
Ulitin natin yung kanyang nakakatawang claim. Tignan nyo ha, listen.
I have presented enough counter-arguments, ulitin ko yung sinabi ko kanina, to show that the existence of Christian God is not reasonable.
Hindi niya sinabing the Christian God does not exist. Sa kanya lamang yun. Opinion lang niya. Tignan nyo ha, kahit Saturn man yan, hindi pa rin reasonable ang kanyang claim after all.
The Christian God is already dead.
Pero siya ay buhay na buhay. Jesus rose from the dead.
Rotten
Hindi. He is alive.
and buried.
And yet, He is alive. Whether you like it or not, illusion. Or you can call yourself Sensei Ilu. Or your past names like God of Wisdom pa nga. Yung God na tinutuya mo, buhay na buhay. At sa mga tao na nananalig sa Kanya, may buhay na walang hanggan. In fact, mula opening statement mo, sa cross-examination period, hanggang concluding statement mo, you did not present any good reasons why Christian God does not exist.
Opening statement ko pa lang sa cross-examination and sa rebuttal. I, Sensei Ilu, have already crucified not just the existence of God, but also the logic, the argumentations of Sir Ruel. So yun, I think that's all for now. So, Thank you guys for supporting me in this live.
Wow, ang ganda. Pero ang problema, nag-illusion ka na lang dito. Ilo. Inom muna tayo ng tubig. Okay. You're not really disproving the existence of God at all. You're just assuming it. At sa mga tao na talagang nag-e-examine ng parehong panig, tingnan nyo talaga kung meron ba siyang na-refute. I think wala. Actually, doon sa dalawang cross-examination ko dito sa kanya, yung iba doon, it's just a mere joke. He was just making many funny assumptions. So, nasaan nga ba yung debunking doon? Nasaan ba yung actual na pag-debunk sa mga arguments na nai-present? Wala. Nahuli pa nga siya sa red herring, ad hominem, strawman, at false dichotomy pa. Tapos sasabihin ng mga followers nito, panalo raw si Ilo. Remember my 3 points in the discussion that I had with this guy. The argument from the beginning of the universe, or cosmological argument, the historicity of the Bible, the resurrection of Jesus. Meron ba siyang na-debunk? Wala. Wala na isa. Kung meron siyang ng mga arguments like, for example, yung issue daw ng ang universe daw eternal, wala namang ganun. Tuloy teorya pa rin yan. At hindi pa rin talaga hindi pa tanggap. Yung kanyang assumption na tanggap na ito ng iba nung 2020 or some sort, nasaan ang papers? Nasaan yung research na yon? Please, pakita mo naman. I-send mo sa akin. At sa mga followers niya, magtapatan nga tayo. Yun bang ina-assume nyo na panalo ang inyo pong champion debater? It's just by means of his emotional outburst in the discussion, fallacies, and others na wala namang kinalaman sa discussions. Think about that for a moment. Kasi sa mga tao na nagsasabing rational, i-review po talaga nila yung parehong panig. I-review po nila yung parehong argument. Sad to say, to every single person who are following that guy na nakamaskara at ayaw niyang ipakita ang kanyang sarili, paano yung champion debate nyo ayaw nang humarap sa akin when it comes on the resurrection at ipinalit niya sa akin si Eddie Boy? What does it mean by that? Hindi kaya ito po'y patunay ng paging, sorry for the terms ha, based on the arguments na presenta niya, it sounds like he is some sort of a pathological liar. Kahit mismong si Brother Thinker Tank PH, ayaw na niyang harapin yung taong yan. Hindi dahil sa naduduwag siya or whatever. Huwag kayo mag-assume. Kayo na po mismo magsaliksik. And by the way, does he really debunk the evidence of the Christian God? Zero. Nothing. Nada.